Charvarius Ward and Dominor 64 Lenore are about to have a very rough weekend because A.J. Brown and DeVonta Smith are going to go off. Dallas still stinks. You're right the way, King Dingbat here, and hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. Do you smell that? Do you smell that? I do. I smell fear. That's right, fear, because the Philadelphia Eagles wide receivers, A.J. Brown and DeVonta Smith, are both, I predict both, will have over 100 yards receiving this week versus the 49ers. Now, before we get into it, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, make sure you hit that like button. More importantly, make sure you subscribe to the most censored, most throttled Eagles content creator in all of the internet. And the only way to break through all that censorship and craziness, you got to hit that like. More importantly, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss a thing. We will be streaming both games this weekend. And if you've been subscribed for a while, you know the deal. Just double check. Double moonwalk check. Make sure you're still subscribed. You still got notifications turned on. I cannot tell you the flood of people that are contacting me right now saying they've been having problems with that and they're not getting any notifications. So just double check, and I really appreciate it a lot. Now, in this video, I'm telling you, I feel good, man. I feel really, really good about this game, where the Eagles are at, and I feel good things are about to happen, okay? And we're listening this week to a lot of people talk about the key matchup. The key matchup is the Eagles offense versus the 49ers defense, because the 49ers have a great defense and the Eagles have a prolific offense. Who is going to win that matchup? But I think maybe more important that nobody's really talking about is actually the Eagles defense versus the 49ers offense. Because I know that the Eagles are going to be able to move the ball. I know that they're going to be able to put points on the board. The question I have is, will Jonathan Gannon play with the same aggressiveness that he did last week versus the Giants, okay? And before I get too much further into that, I do want to mention this Nick Sirianni Coach of the Year thing, because people are talking about it today. A lot of Eagle fans are pissed off that he's not even a finalist, to be Coach of the Year. And all I can say is this. What do we expect? What do we expect? This is what happens with the Eagles coaches. Perfect example. And even more outrageous than Nick Sirianni not even being a finalist was Doug Peterson in 2017. How was Doug Peterson not Coach of the Year? He only took his team to a Super Bowl and won it after missing the playoffs his first year, having a second-year quarterback. To see what Doug Peterson did in 2017 and not be Coach of the Year, it doesn't surprise me that Nick Sirianni wouldn't even be considered as a finalist. I think there's 3 finalists right now. I think it's DeBall, Peterson, and then Kyle Shanahan. Whatever. All I care about at the end of the day is that the Eagles win the Super Bowl. I'll take a Super Bowl MVP for Jalen Hurts over an MVP. I'll take a coach winning a Super Bowl over Coach of the Year. I'll take it all. I know, us Eagle fans, we know out there that Nick Sirianni deserves it. We know Jalen Hurts deserves MVP. Listen, man, we should be racking up the awards this year. We should be, because this team was awesome from the beginning of the season right through to right now, the NFC Championship game. So it is what it is. I don't care. I just want this game to be played with. Pause. I just want to get this game on. I want to get this game going. I want to go to the Super Bowl. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And any pauses that I might have incurred there that I didn't say, I pause now. Pinky up. Pinky always up when you drink. It shows that you have class. Be like them old Italians sitting outside drinking their cappuccinos like that. That's what you got to do. All right, so everybody is talking about the Eagles offense versus the 49ers defense. Can the Eagles run the ball against the San Francisco 49ers? Can the Eagles score points against the San Francisco 49ers? I think that's a great matchup, no question about it. However, to me, it's not the most important one. The most important one is the Eagles' defense versus the San Francisco 49ers offense, because I know this offense for the Eagles is going to score points. I know that they are. But can the 49ers put points on the board and keep up with us? That's the question. Let me tell you this right now. A.J. Brown is going to go off. He is going to go off this week, as well as DeVonta Smith. I think the Eagles are going to come out of this game with both wide receivers having over 100 yards. Okay? I just do. I feel like it. If you look at the San Francisco 49ers, and they talk a lot about their defense, their passing defense isn't that great. They play a lot of zone. They take Ward, Charvarius Ward. They don't really move him around a lot. They keep him on inside. And I think it's a mismatch for him to go up against A.J. Brown. It just is. And if you look at the corners the receivers in the playoffs that the Niners have played, they've had big games against the 49ers. So if you look at CeeDee Lamb, what he did against the San Francisco 49ers, he actually, for all intents and purposes, kept Dallas in it. He was their best offensive player. He had 10 catches for 117 yards. But let's just not look at CeeDee Lamb. Let's go and look at what DK Metcalf did the week before. DK Metcalf, 10 catches, 136 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That means they're giving up 10 catches to the best receivers on the other team in both these playoff games. Okay, that's set up perfectly for the Philadelphia Eagles and A.J. Brown. And you can't forget about DeVonta Smith. DeVonta Smith, arguably, the last 6 weeks of the season, has been as good statistically as A.J. Brown, okay? Now, you're going to tell me that the 49ers are going to be able to handle both those guys. I don't think they can. I don't think Ward can handle A.J. Brown. Then you got Domador Lenore. I call him Domador 64 Lenore because DeVonta Smith is going to play him like a video game. You remember the old Commodore 64? That's what he is. Domador 64 Lenore. Going to get crushed by DeVonta Smith. I don't think the 49ers can stop the Eagles' passing game, especially to their wide receivers. And you can't forget about Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert is a great player himself. The Eagles will be able to move the ball on the Niners. I don't think Seattle in the first half had a problem doing it. I don't think Dallas had a problem doing it. Dallas kept turning the ball over. And then when you got to the third quarter of that Seattle game, after that fumble by Geno Smith, it looked like the Seattle Seahawks quit. Okay, they have a very good pass rush. We have a very good offensive line. I'm not saying that Bosa and that defensive line will not get home at times. I'm not saying they're not going to get their statistics. But if you look at it as a whole, the Eagles will be able to move the ball through the air. This is going to be a very defining moment for Jalen Hurts, I think. I think this is going to be one of those defining games for him. And I expect DeVonta Smith and A.J. Brown to eat. I think they're going to have monster days versus the 49ers. I'm predicting both of them go over 100 yards. I think it's going to be that much domination, okay? And everybody's talking about the Eagles matchup, their offense versus the 49ers defense. But I know the Eagles will move the ball. I know the Eagles will score points. I'm not saying the 49ers defense won't make stops, won't do a decent job, but the Eagles will still put up points. The question is this about this game. Will the 49ers be able to keep up with the Eagles' offense? Can the 49ers' offense keep up with the Eagles' offense? That's the question that I have. And, of course, if you're the Philadelphia Eagles, your number one priority on defense, first and foremost, is to stop the running game. You want to shut down McCaffrey. You want to shut down Mitchell. They are going to try to run the ball. You got to shut that down. The second thing that I think the Eagles have to do, almost as important as shutting down the run, is you have to shut down the short passing game. You want to shut down the short passes, even the short passes, the intermediate passes. Shut it down. Shut it down. You've got to make Purdy have to go long. You want to dare him. You want to force him. You want to dangle the deep ball out to him. You want to force him to throw downfield. I'm telling you, I'm bringing everybody up. I'm playing press. I know they got good receivers in Ayuk and Deebo Samuel, but look how they use Deebo Samuel. A lot of times they'll use him as a running back. A lot of times they'll use him as wide receiver screens. A lot of times they like to use him in slants. Short, quick passes is what they're going to do. They're going to try to get themselves in a situation where they're in 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1. They want 3rd and short, keep it manageable, make it easier for Purdy to go out and get first downs. Now, if you stop the run and then you play this short passing game almost as important. They're going to want to get rid of the ball quick. I put everybody up, and I would strongly consider this, and maybe people don't like this, but I would strongly consider letting James Bradbury play Deebo Samuel and then take Ayuk and put Slay on him. And the reason I would say that is because I see Ayuk, he's going to get more vertical passes to him than Deebo. Deebo's going to be used in wide receiver screens, in slants, and I think tackling him is a big issue. So I would consider Bradbury on him because I think he's a better tackler than Slay. But I'm telling you what, I'm bringing my secondary up. I'm bringing my safeties up. I'm bringing my corners up. I am going to dare Brock Purdy to throw the deep ball. Because if you take the short passing game away from him and those intermediate routes, he's got nothing. He's got nothing. I don't believe if you look at the last 2 playoff games, he took a couple shots downfield. He hit Ayuk with one of them, for sure, but that's far and few between. You know what I mean? A lot of it was short, quick passes, maybe over the middle for 10, 12 yards to Kittle. Kittle made a couple of great plays where he bobbled the ball, got catches, got extra yards. Take the short passing game away from them, okay? And force them to have to go long. Dare Brock Purdy to go deep. And when he does that, he's going to have to take a bigger drop. He's going to have to hold on the ball just a little longer. This is going to give your defensive line, who had 70 sacks, a chance to get to him. And I really like that. When he has pressure coming at him, when he has to get rid of the ball, a rookie, you should be able to confuse him. You should be able to make him have to throw when he doesn't want to throw. Maybe they come out, the pass is inaccurate. Maybe you get an interception. I think Purdy throws 2 picks this game. And if Jonathan Gannon plays aggressive like he did versus the Giants, the Eagles will beat this team. I think the key to this game, take away the run, take away the short passing game. Dare, and I mean dare Purdy to have to go deep. Trust your corners. Trust that they'll get the job. Hopefully we get Avonte Maddox back too. That will help. I want to dare Purdy to have to throw downfield. I do. I want to take the short passing game away. I like to see them blitz him because I think with a rookie quarterback, and people keep saying, well, Hurts doesn't have a lot of playoff experience too, but he's played enough games in the NFL that he's ahead of where Purdy is. Purdy can be confused. You can probably fool him with looking like you're going to blitz from one side, coming the other, dropping everybody back. Do things to confuse him because I think he'll make the mistake. But I definitely want to take the short passing game away because I think if you take that short passing game away, you're taking Deebo Samuel essentially out of it. And if you take him out of it, maybe he'll have a couple passes downfield. Maybe Deebo gets 2 passes downfield. Maybe Ayuk gets 2 passes, 3 passes downfield. But after that, there ain't going to be anything there. And if you can take the short passing game and a run away, I don't think the 49ers can move the ball. I don't think they can score, which brings me back to the whole key of this game. Can the 49ers, can they keep up with the Eagles offensively? Even if their defense does a good job and the Eagles, let's say, score 21 points or 24 points, if they play them and they take away the short passing game and dare Brock Purdy to go deep, I think the 49ers are going to have trouble even scoring 21 points. I really, really do. And at the end of the day, if Purdy goes out there and you take away the short passing game, the intermediate game, you take away the run game, and he has to go make big throws downfield, and if he goes out and he doesn't, then you tip your cap to him, you say, good job. But that's how you play the 49ers, in my opinion. You've got to stop the run game, take away the short passing game, dare them to go deep, And then you, of course, have to get pressure. But pressure's a given. You know you have to get pressure every week. Of course, I like to blitz, especially when I'm pressing with my corners and I'm taking away that short passing game. I want Purdy to have to throw when he's not ready. Make him throw quick. Make him have to throw quick, but when he goes to throw, it's not there. He has to hold the ball a little bit longer. Force him into decisions he doesn't want to make. Stop the run. Take away that short passing game. I'm telling you, it's going to be checkmate for the Eagles. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. With that said, take care. Talk to you later, of course. Don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. I'm telling you this, I love the matchup with the Eagles and the 49ers. And the defensive line this week, I believe they feast. I think they feast big time, okay? I see the Eagles being able to get pressure, especially right up the middle, which is why you take away the short passing game. You take away those quick slants. You take those plays out of it. Force Purdy to have to hold on to the ball longer because he's got to go deep. I think the Eagles' defensive line will get home. I really do. I think Haason Reddick is going to have at least 2 to 3 sacks this week. The Eagles are sitting in a great position. Why I'm hearing all the stuff saying the 49ers match up against the Eagles and all that, I don't see it. I think the Eagles match up with them on both sides of the ball. With that said, Denzel Washington out.